Braiding or weaving grasses for various spiritual or practical purposes is part of so many traditional earth-honoring cultures. Today, we're going to demonstrate how to make a Brigid's cross, a ritual object that helps us to connect to Goddess Brigid, Bríd, or Bríd, who is the goddess of poetry, smithcraft, and healing in various Celtic and pre-Celtic cultures, and in whose name we gather and feast at Imbolc, which takes place during the first weekend of February. These crosses were gifted to us for use in our rituals by our Tuileries elder, including this older style, which, as you can see, is actually not a cross at all, but from a time when the Holy Trinity referred to the three faces or aspects of the Mother Goddess. While traditionally made from rushes, we encourage you to experiment with whatever tall grasses are native in your area, and today we'll be demonstrating how to make your cross of Bríd with pre-cut wheat straws, an item that you can find in many craft shops. When finished, you'll want to hang these over as many doorways in your home as possible, both as a request for protection and as a tool to assist you in practicing mindfulness when crossing thresholds, whether that's in your home or in your life.
So the first thing you'll want to do is to soak 16 pieces of sturdy grass overnight using something like this mason jar to hold them down so they're nice and soft and do not break when you fold them over. To make your cross, simply fold one piece of grass in half, wrap it around one unfolded reed, and repeat until you have used all 16 pieces of grass. You'll notice I'm massaging the grass before folding it over to further reduce the likelihood of breakage. Until your cross is finished and the ends are tied, it's really only your hands keeping it together, so be sure to plan to do this at a time or you're not going to have to set your piece down until you've had a chance to tie up all your loose ends. These next steps are really simple. We just massage the grass in the middle as we have before and keep wrapping until we've used all of our grass. When I'm finished, I'm just going to move my pan of water out of the way and use a clean kitchen towel from nearby to wipe up any drips. Next, you can use clamps, rubber bands, or hair ties to secure the ends so that you can let go and use both hands for wrapping and tying the ends with string. No need to purchase new elastic bands here. If you save your leftover produce elastics, these work great. You can continue on to wrap all of your ends, making sure not to wrap too close to the center of your project, as this can cause some distortion of the central pattern. I'm just going to dry my project off one more time. And then the next step will be to slide the elastic down to the very end of each of the arms of the cross so that there's room to wrap a piece of your choice of string as tightly as you can around the cross before tying a knot. We're using sheep's wool here in further celebration of all things Ireland, but you can really use whatever kind of string you want. Traditionally, you would use more of the rushes or the same grasses that you're using for the cross to tie the ends. You'll also want to leave one of your ends of string a little bit longer if you want to have an easy time hanging your piece when you're finished. And when you're done, you can trim all of your string and also use a really nice sharp pair of scissors to trim all of the ends of grass evenly.
If you enjoy this practice and want to learn more about Goddess Brigid, you can listen to our Starseed Survival Guide Podcast, episode 21, through the link below. Follow us on Instagram at Active Culture Family, and support us on Patreon for printable Earthside survival guides, recipes, and more. Blessings.